First, importantly, can you sit stacking? So shoulders are above the hips, your knees may be bent. Of course, mine look like they're bent up really high, but I do have extremely long femur bones. But obviously, if I let the legs soften here and it's a different kind of sit, then you can also select that position for your legs. And you can even have your legs long and relax out. Okay, so we're going to come into the abdominal focus now in some classical mat-based Pilates. So I'm just going to float the arms forward, almost in that soft, hugging a tree style, as if that's a ballet arm position. And I'm just going to exhale and tip forward first, and just find a light C shape. And in the light C shape, find that lovely sense of rounding the back vertically and horizontally. So sitting tall, breathe in, and then on the exhale, scoop in the belly and just tip forward enough, or spine reach forward enough. It's quite subtle, and feeling that reaching away. And then sit tall again, and on the exhale, we'll start to scoop down on one round of breath and pause. And as you scoop down on one round of breath and pause, can you notice this energy also coming into your back line? So you might even want to bring your feet and thighs together, and ankles and knees, and then curl again and pause and squeeze. Inhale, exhale here, and just pause. Can you scoop in? And then can you slowly come down again, inhale, exhale, and then maybe hover just above the earth, and then the shoulder blades touch down, and as you lay down, it's usually quite lovely to let those legs gather into the body. And notice how that really helps to spread out the back. Lay your arms out, or of course hold onto the shins or the backs of the thighs. Shake out the legs, give them a little circle through the feet and ankles and those lower legs. Just a small little stirring. Try to switch off these calf muscles. And then as the feet come down, just press feet lightly, lift the buttocks and kind of lengthen your spine along the Pilates mat. Remember that you want to have a centre line from the crown to the breastbone to the navel to the pubis. So just make sure that from that seated curl back, you didn't come down in a diagonal fashion. And as you lay back out again, hopefully you're not requiring a pillow, so your spine is allowed to just ripple down along the earth. And remember, we will be coming into more attention in the upper, mid and lowest abdominals, especially around the oblique muscles. And it's a good idea sometimes to bring the palms around this area and feel that you're corseting in. Okay, so the first practice is going to be really slow and measured, and it's Pilates heel taps. So float the right knee above the hip and float the left knee above the hip, and then just lightly flex the feet. So I don't want you to feel that if you do this really strongly, you're going to feel those calf muscles fire up straight away. So just imagine you're resting your feet against the wall, and then engage your muscles as you breathe out. And as I say, I'm suggesting you pop your hands on today just to really keep connected here. Now, as my left leg floats away, it's going to kiss the earth from the heel. I'm going to hover there, engage, and then exhale back. So, heel kisses, there's no sound, it's not clumping down, and then exhale back. Try not to bring any strain into your head, neck, or throat. And then the first few are sort of a reference move. What you're trying to feel is as much of these internal, strong postural muscles supporting you, but also notice that you're coming back to that start position. It's like you've got 2 hot cups of tea on your knees, and you really do not want to disturb that alignment. So there's a heavy base, heavy sacrum, back ribs are down, probably 10 taps will get you into that zone, and then you'll add another 5, 6, 8, 10 taps, whatever it might be for you. And it could be that each tap of left and right is a set, and therefore you want to practice, as I say, 5 more sets. Or maybe you're going tap for 1 on the right, tap for 2 on the left, and you're counting that way. So can you keep engaged? Really zip that core sit up. And I don't know about you, but I'm really starting to feel the energy within. And that's the point of Pilates. It's a low impact method that really gains results in your connectivity. So we're isolating around this area, but you are still managing to breathe, and you're finding not that you dangle the feet and the heels just plop down right near your butt bones. That would be an indicator for you to put the feet down and rest. What we're really trying to do is use the legs as an apparatus and let those heels reach away down to the bottom of that mat and squeeze back. And on completion, hug the knees in. Give yourself a little rock, or maybe you're still practicing. It's fine to keep practicing while I introduce you to the next movement. So, finding Pilates neutral again. In other words, heavy weight through the pelvis, heavy base, and spread out through the torso. Make sure you can breathe, and then surrender the chest down, surrender the ribs down. Find you have that good connection. Once again, we're going to float the knees above the hips, and we could potentially fold them in towards the heart center a little bit there, but usually in Pilates, the tabletop legs are, as you know, knees above the hips. You can just maybe see the tops of the feet just above those knees. So reach the legs away, and they're kind of going to a 45 angle, head is centered, and then bring them back to table, or even fold them in a little bit. So sometimes I call these ins and outs. You can reach them away lower, but I want you to stop there, pause and engage, and then fold back, or fold back a little bit more, just to give yourself that little resting moment. So away and back. Let's go now for 10. 9, 8. Now and again, challenge. You might move the legs a little lower, squeeze that inner zip, but remember you're going to recover and bring back with no rocking on the pelvis. I think we've got about 6 left. Can you feel these muscles? Maybe place your hands again at the sides of that core sit or into that midline, really trying to engage well, squeezing through the inner zip. Maybe add a couple more on if you can, and challenge by taking the legs just a little bit lower, securing that core sit, and then let's hug again and rock. And it's lovely to pop the feet down, lay the arms down, and of course floor twist. And when you floor twist, give the same effort and the same attention to releasing moves as you do to the, if you like, the classical abdominal exercises. So please enjoy. And the floor twist, rolling the legs to one side and choosing to maybe roll the head to the other side, and then center. As I said at the beginning of this session, it wasn't really an invite to use weights, because we're going to now come into the Pilates 100, and you can pump those arms much faster when you spread the fingers out or join the fingers and thumbs together. So first of all, classical Pilates 100, find that pelvic neutral and keep a weight pressing down on the pubic core as you curl up and reach your arms forward like strong toned arms, and start pumping on the in and out breath. Feet are resting and they're not pushing through, so please don't press through the feet. So you might pump in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Imagine you've got balls all the way under, from the fingernails to the wrists, elbows and armpits. Really strong, pumping for about 3 to 4 breath cycles. And then we'll add in the movement of the legs, floating the right knee, pumping away, floating the left knee, coming to tabletop legs. Pumping a little bit more, raise the shoulder blades a little bit higher, reach the legs forward if you can or up. So they might come a little bit here with soft knees, like the ins and outs, or they might go up to sky. You can flex and even come into those sort of Charlie Chaplin feet, squeezing the heels together. Keep pumping away if you can. Remember, you can also lay down. If they're straining into the head and neck, lay down, eyes to the sky, and keep activating. The abs are drawing in, and then those in the advanced category, lower the legs, pump away a little bit more, inhale, exhale, lower again. And if that was 10 rounds of breath, that's the Pilates 100. As you inhale, exhale, feel all of that fizzy, vital energy circulating around the abdomen. Place your feet flat. Again, find a center that works for your body. Lifting up, checking that you are centered. Draw the shoulder blades down, press the backs of the arms into mat. Curl the tail, so pelvic curl, and just float into a shoulder bridge. Reach your arms narrow. Press through the fingers, hands evenly, heels of hands, press through the thumbs. Squeeze the inner thighs, and just feel this lovely elongation of the front abdominals. And then hollow from the breastbone, hollow into the navel. Start to peel spine down sequentially. Pause, breathe, peel, pause, breathe, and peel, pause, and breathe, and release. Once you've landed, knees above hips again. And this time, cradle the head so that it's interlaced. Draw those hands to support the back of the skull, and elbows are quite wide, or they might be hugging in. So explore in your body, what is the best position for those elbows as you cradle the head? So we're going to go into quite rapid toe taps. So now the toe will come towards the end of the mat, and it's just kissing lightly. It might even be the ball of the foot. So start to tap. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you don't reach the mat, you can just create this action, which is like a bent knee scissor, and it doesn't have to be that you tap the mat and stop moving. So try to move in and out of your rapid toe taps for say 20. And then curl a little higher, and then can you let both feet dangle but not create a lumbar arc, and then draw back. Okay, so you've curled up, you've cradled the head, you can even bring the arms forward in the 100 style, and then can you let both legs dangle down, feel these muscles ignite, wrap and draw back, dangle and back, drop and draw back. Of course, you can lay down, practice. Now the feet don't land, because if the feet land, you're going to switch off all those muscles and the energy you've created. So you are in your tabletop back. Your knees, feet and ankles are squeezed together, and you're bracing down through the abs. And as you move the lower legs down, you just want to hover, squeeze and draw back. Let them dangle, hover, squeeze and draw back. Some of us are in that curled up 100 position, dangle and draw back. And some of us are cradling the head. Inhale and exhale back. And And then when you've completed, reach legs long. Allow a full body stretch. Take arms overhead. Really expand through the ribs. Pull the breastbone away from the hips. And then bring the right thigh into the chest. And draw the right thigh down onto the ascending colon as you push away through the left leg. Inhale, exhale, and curl. And that's a movement for flexibility, of course. Bring the left thigh into the chest, draw down onto the descending colon. You'll feel all that fizzy energy in the abdominals. And inhale and exhale, curl. Bring the nose towards the left knee. And stretch away again. And then bring the right foot, bending the knee. Maybe put the right foot on top of the left knee or thigh or beside. And you can bring guidance into this twist. So the left hand can come onto the knee or the thigh. And as you draw that thigh, the right thigh, across the body to the left, remain broad and open. And as you roll the right arm down and gaze down your right arm, just inhale, exhale. Quietly, softly, feel that pelvis drawing you into twist. That right side of the ribs is moving over to the right. And then ease out. Reach the legs away again, point and flex the toes and feet, circle the ankles, bring the left foot bent, left foot beside right knee or resting lightly on top. And just guide yourself into twist. And then roll your gaze down that left palm. You can turn the palm up if you wish. Tuck the chin towards the armpit. You may even want to close your eyes as you appreciate the feeling of the breath filling the body. And as the breath fills the body, it also fills the mind. Let's roll back to centre. Bring the feet centre. So as I said, classical mat base today, from the arms moving into the abs and the torso. And then draw your arms up so as they float up above the collarbones. Palm space, so rotate the palms in. Shoulder slaps for 10, 9, 8, reach, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you may want to turn the arms, rotating them, and even some lovely circles. And then they can float up overhead or just hover by the jawline, or you can retain that position with the arms in line with the collarbones. Now bring your awareness now into the tailbone and flatten the back as you curl the tail, curl the pelvis, and pause with that mini pelvic curl. You'll feel the back waist on the mat and the back ribs. Hollow, squeeze and scoop, and press through feet and toes. So I really want to remind you here, do not just press through your heels. I'm starting to feel slowly up into shoulder bridge. Lengthen the knees away from the ribs. Bring some space, please, between the chin and the throat. So don't look back, but just eyes to the sky. And raise a little bit higher if that helps, but keep curling so that the pelvis stays very super level and you are not dropping down and collapsing. Imagine you've got that lovely ball of energy between your palms, and they could be just a little higher, but stay centered through the weight there. Left and right foot, left and right scapulae. Breathe in and open the arms wide without disturbing that shoulder bridge. Lovely expansive breath, and then pause, exhale and squeeze back round, almost as if you've got this lovely ball of energy. You can make a round shape with your arms if you wish. Inner thighs are strong. Inhale wide, spread, feel the strength in your back line. Exhale, curl into that ball, or you can reach your arms up. Inhale wide. Exhale, scoop it round as if you're hugging a tree. And then take the arms overhead, so you've got a circle and you're going down to touch the thighs and up overhead. So even you might want to touch the hands or hold the wrists like you've got a little scoopy hoop. So let's find our hoop, take it over and down, over and down. And as the arms move up and down, not disturbing your shoulder bridge, let's go for 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Bring that hoop back above your shoulders and then peel down again. Super slow pause. Pause, breathe, feel, peel, and then peel again. And you can peel several times. Release your arms, hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little massage. And then roll up to sitting and balance. So as you roll up to sitting or you use your arms to roll up, bring those legs out front. And reach the arms. And in yoga we call this boat pose. But you can dangle the legs down and give yourself a hug and keep the toes away from the mat, which is finding that little rolling like a ball energy. Or you can reach those legs. They can come up a little bit. And then we will sweep the legs over to the left and find this casual seat in Pilates. So it's like side sitting and you're on that right hip. Bring your right elbow down to the earth, spread out the palm or make a small fist. Try and find this lovely line of energy from the left hip to the armpit and through the front body. And if you want to stack those knees, you can. So arrange your legs in an appropriate way. And then let's bring the left arm over the ear and find a lovely side opening. You might want to look towards the right thumb, to be honest, or bring the crown away from the tail. Let's go 1, 2, 3 big circles. And 3 in the other direction. So as I said today, it was really arms and abs. And then as you press through the earth, depending on your practice, you can lift those hips and just come into a Pilates side bend practice. Let's release, maybe one more if we're lifting hips, lengthen. Really feel these muscles are supporting you very well. Arm is up to sky or over the ear and release. And then press up. Bring those legs and sweep them around to the other side. So feet together, or you've got that staggered foot position. Sometimes people even have one leg long, the top leg long. Carefully bring the elbow down. Remember, the left shoulder is not going to push and collapse into the ear. So first things first, respect your alignment. Right arm reaches up or over the ear. And you might even feel like you want to burst those ribs up towards the sky. Then find that long line, stacking the hips. And you circle your arm with good glossy action 3 times. Forward 3 times, backwards, big, big circles. But if you're feeling this would be better, create angel wing. And then I'm going to reach my arm over the ear, press through that lower arm, you can make a fist if necessary. Reach the hips up, and as you reach the hips up, just double check with down the body, check that this area is secure and strong. Can you lift a little bit higher? How does that feel? And then you might want to set the hips down again, and then raise up again. Remember to breathe, and if you're holding steady, push through the earth, press the earth away, pause, and then fold over into all fours. Bring fists underneath the shoulders. You might even bring the fists quite close to the knees, or you can walk out into an all fours. Thumbs forward. Allow breath in, so patiently receiving breath. And as you exhale, rounding. And please offer that possibly once more. Breathing in as you lengthen, exhaling to round off. And then bring the fingertips to the earth, maybe widen out the knees, walk the wrists underneath the shoulders, and rotate, breathing in. Open up that right side, press and spread. And then again, let's try the second side. Open out, twist, expand and flare. I'm going to curl the toes, lift the hips high into a kind of sort of a down dog. Walk back as if I'm coming into a Pilates pike. Release the feet, soften the knees, drape the body, and then slide up. Peel up to stand. Roll the shoulders at the top of that conscious standing. And hopefully you and I feel as if we're standing now in a different felt sense of the body. Sweep the arms, breathe in, super big circle to greet the day. Bring the palms together into the heart and navel. Thank you so much for being here today for Pilates arms and abs today. Hope you enjoyed.